Okay, so Melissa Sherwood, we got to work together. This is C. Ray Brower with Remax Gold. Now, when we started, I was with a different company, but we've known each other for a lot of years.
About 11 years.
About 11, yeah. I was thinking it was 10 or 11.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
it was a while. So got to talking with you, and you were looking for some commercial property. I was not a commercial realtor. Can you give me a little, or give everybody a little idea of what you were going through prior to working with me?
Absolutely. So about 3 years ago, I decided that I wanted to open a salon. And I actually was given a name of a commercial realtor, and I contacted him, started to work with him, and honestly had the feeling that I wasn't big enough. So wasn't really helping me. I had asked to look at a couple locations, and he wouldn't even set up the appointment. Told me to do some things, I would do it. He wouldn't return phone calls, and so I just got really frustrated. So I actually talked to C. Ray in person and kind of was sharing my frustrations, and he was telling me that he was working on getting his commercial license. So I said, hey, you want to work together? So yeah, before C. Ray, no callbacks, frustration, feeling like I wasn't important enough, and that went on for probably a year before we actually started to work together. So a year of pure frustration and never even looking at a building because he wouldn't even make an appointment for me. So
that was what you were saying. It kind of shocked me a little bit that it had actually been 2 years that it took. It didn't seem like it was that long, but I know we did a lot of looking and got a lot of frustration for both of us, just still not being able to get return phone calls and what have you. So, but your experience with me as we went through the process, you did say getting my commercial license, and I actually don't have a commercial license. I am a realtor, and there's no actual license for commercial. There's courses you can take and certifications, but
gotcha.
How did things go with me and you?
Completely different. From the get-go, when I was interested in a property, phone calls were being made, and even though you weren't getting phone calls back, you would call me and let me know. I called, I stopped. You actually began to just go into their offices and force them to talk to you. And so we looked at several different places. Sometimes we would just get the information and decide it wasn't a right fit. The 2 years of working with you, it wasn't because you weren't doing your job, it was just because we're trying to find the right place, because location is everything. So it was like looking at several places, turning away several places, but I always knew where we stood. I always had a phone call, and like I said, if it wasn't a phone call that you were getting back, you would walk right on in and you would get an answer. So it's been a pure joy, and actually it's been pain-free. Completely pain-free. I just make a phone call to you, hey, I want to look at this place, and I could take my hands off of it until we walked in and looked at it.
Cool. And of course, this place, we had lots of frustration actually
Yes.
getting the whole process done because it was not zoned for a salon.
Right.
So
Right.
maybe a little bit about how we had to go through.
Yes, so this location that we are at, it was zoned for office space. And so obviously we have a salon here. So we needed to go down to the city and take care of it. And to my surprise, C. Ray was like, do you want me to go with you? And I was like, yes, that would be awesome because I don't know anything. And so he went down with me. He did most of the talking because he understood the lingo. And when we didn't get the answers we wanted, he pushed and we got what we needed. He did emails, he did phone calls, and you know, here we are today. We got the zoning permit. He's been down there with licensing, with that whole frustration mess, and that's going above and beyond, people. That is above and beyond. Like, those are things that really were my responsibility, but because he cares so much, he partnered with me and just walked me through it, and now we are open. So yeah, amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Melissa. I really enjoyed working with you and being part of the Toco Divino. I'll let you tell if you want.
Right, so C. Ray has a little bit of a comedic side to him. And so the name of the salon is Toco Divino Salon, which in Italian means divine touch. And he likes to call it the divine taco. So I told him you can't say that on film. So, but I said it for you. So Toco Divino, or you know, everybody loves tacos. If that makes you happy, the divine taco.
Thank you again, Melissa.
Thank you.